If you find out, if you hear that
Why?
he's talking to other females, how would you feel?
I don't know. I kind of just like let it rock.
He doesn't like people.
We're not together. So, okay. So he kind of asked me the other day, like, oh, how would you feel if, like, you know, we was out together and, you know, like a girl tried to talk to him because, like, we always say we're not together. We introduce each other as friends.
Instead if he doesn't respond,
you know, just like, because we friends. Anyways.
That's my
and us introducing each other, he was like, oh, what if you introduce a girl, she tried to talk to me. I would be like, you're going to do that in front of my face or behind my back anyway. So whatever it is that you want to do, if the girl wants to talk to you or if she don't want to talk to you, then that's on you.
But, is that what you want?
Hell no.
I mean,
what would you want to happen?
This is my girlfriend, Alasia.
No, I wouldn't want that. I'm not like... I'm not one of those crazy, like, affectionate people out.
It's not about being crazy.
No, but I'm
not crazy.
I'm not like super like lovey in like public affection and stuff like that. Like even in private, like I'm not crazy affectionate. Like I'm a little like yeah.
But that wasn't but you're not answering the question.
Okay, yes, I would want him to be like obviously not talk to the girl. You know what I mean?
So why not just say that?
Because that's not our status right now.
But it's what you want.
But what if he wants something else?
But all right.
But at the same time, you still have to express what you want.
But I have, and if that's not.
So you have expressed what you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, honestly.
As long as what you want is out in the open.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know what I want. So that sometimes I be wanting a relationship, and then sometimes I just want to chill, cause like I have so much shit going on. It's like, if this is meant for us to be, then it's meant. But if it's not, like I really don't care.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
So do you feel like you expect a relationship to bring added stress to your life?
Absolutely.
Like it's expected off rip.
Yeah. Why? Absolutely.
Why?
Because you have another person you have to worry about.
Why?
What do you mean?
Why do you think Why do you think?
You got another person. Okay, if me and you are dating, Jay, and I don't talk to you for a week.
But that won't happen, though.
But I don't talk to you for a week because I'm busy getting caught up with my shit. Then
that
what?
Should be. You don't need to be dating though.
But question is. Okay, so. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So, even I think all of us, because honestly, if anyone ever asked me like what comes with a relationship, I think I'm gonna say like, be prepared. Like it's gonna come with like stress involved.
Yeah.
So is it why are we predisposed, or maybe it's just the truth? Why are we predisposed to assume like a relationship's gonna bring more stress and into our lives? Like why is it that way?
Our ideas of relationship. So we also, like, we've been in our own relationships, and we also have, like, our friends that kind of tell us about their relationships, and you'd be like, and then you have your friends that, like, you see in relationships, and they be doing shiesty shit, and then you just be like, alright, this is how you niggas give it up. I copy. You got it.
So would you say people are bad at picking partners?
Absolutely. I feel like people do things based off of like image and like how this may look if y'all were together, or you know, like even when you guys are together, it's always like videos or pictures have to be taken. You always have your phone out or shit like that. I feel like things are never, well, you know, they obviously can be or whatever, but like people don't just let things, like, be natural, like, organic, like, I don't know how to explain it. Does that make sense?
I'm not gonna lie, I got lost a little bit.
Okay. I got lost in that a little bit, too, but I don't know how to explain it. I really don't know how to explain it. I just feel like, I don't know.
It's Demigod Chronicles.
The Demigod Chronicles.
It's the Demigod Chronicles.
I mean, I think I think the whole thing about relationships now, honestly, is just the whole like what if
so
factor.
ass.
It's the what if factor. It's only because like I feel like the generation we coming up in, like there's a big divide.
Oh, absolutely.
There's
a
like
gender war.
I feel like
time.
before it was like the group. There was like a pool of people that wanted the same thing, and there was a couple outliers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now I feel like there's a bunch of people like just doing devious shit, and a couple of people that want to do the right thing are the outliers.
No,
so it's kind of fun.
No.
You'd be surprised, Chris.
The amount of like devious shit that's normalized now is crazy.
That's
let me
normalized
stop.
is very.
Yo,
that was the perfect way to say it.
Stop. Let me come.
A lot of weird shit is normalized.
I'm gonna share my point of view. In my opinion, I believe that there's more good in the world than bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I believe. I think that negativity sells, and negativity and devious things catch our attention more, and we hold it dear to our memory. But I think on the normal day-to-day life, more good things happen on a day-to-day basis than bad things. But if you turn on the news never talks about the good things that happen today. You never hear like, yo, firefighter ran to the crib, saved 3 people today. You'll never hear that on the news, but it happens every day.
Yeah, but that's what you consume. It's if the sample size of the people in your life, you feel me? Meaning like your immediate surroundings.
Yeah.
You're seeing examples of things. That's not you consuming something from an outlet and something being highlighted. You feel me? Because I do have examples of people that have good relationships in my life. You feel me? I have my brothers, you, for example. But I also see a lot of fuck shit that goes on. And I would say there's more fuck shit that goes on with people I know.
Yeah, I got off track. I was thinking more of a general sense.
Yeah.
And real specific, I got way off track. Real specific about relationships, I think I agree. It's obviously that.
Yeah.
Bro, like what, 60% of marriage end in divorce? So like, you know.
Yeah. It's a very...
He switched so quick. He said, yeah.
Oh, because I was wrong. I just realized I was way off track.
But I do agree. Like, you feel me? What makes the shade room mostly? You feel me? And now they do
stuff,
a lot of. I mean, I don't follow the shade room, but I already know that type of content is more so like, oh, this person got caught out with this person, or this got caught out with that. But that's like the buzzy stuff that people want to see.
I think it stems more too from ignorance. I think a lot of relationships don't work is because most people don't know what makes a relationship work. You know, I think if people were educated on how relationships work.
Wait, can you say that? Wait, no, say that one more time.
What?
Because I don't feel like people really understand that. Yeah. That they don't know how relationships work. Yeah. I think that's a really valid point.
I'm glad we're on this topic. Go.
Yeah. Finish talking. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna ask a question.
No, ask your question.
No.
Not really. No, it's over. Ask your question. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm sorry.
I'm happy you pointed that out.
Somebody asked this question on Instagram. She was like, "Do you think somebody that comes from like a survival type of lifestyle is ready, can love correctly, like with somebody who comes from a, loving home, stuff like that? You think that's?"
No, I think to that question, I would say, bro, we all have to.
That's right. Somebody.
You gotta go to. I'm trying to think of a way to describe it all. I know what they have to do, but I'm trying to think of a generalized word. Like, you gotta go to counseling. You gotta fix your the things that have happened to you in life. Like, I think most of us have traumatic experience that happened to us. We all haven't overcome them. So to be able to move forward in your life, you actually have to overcome your past. You gotta accept it. You gotta, whatever words or things help you get past it, but you have to. And I think sometimes people go into relationships, not just, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever that word is. Like, also even friendships with a lot of baggage that they just keep carrying over, and they just haven't gotten over things that have happened to them in the past.
You also have to figure out, like, when you talk about how relationships work, you got to figure out how the relationship works with that person.
Yeah.
Like, the same way, like, in high school, you write an essay, and it's an MLA format for every class. In college, you might have a history class where you have to write in Chicago. You might have to have another class where you have to write with your, the bibliography in the header and shit like that. So, like, everybody in relationships is different. Some people like more communication. Some people like less. You have to figure out what makes people tick. I think more than anything. And you could go back and reference, a couple of the old episodes, like Laser's first episode, the Love Chronicles. back in February. Good episodes.
I
But
remember my episode.
yeah, like learn people's love languages, all that stuff. Like I feel like people try to create what works specifically for them, which is also always coming from a selfish mindset. Absolutely. And then they try to make that cookie cutter for each person they meet. But you kind of have to go off of who the person is that you're dealing with at that moment.
You have to understand, like, we have to. I think oftentimes we forget about our age. Like, we're so young. Even though you guys are like a couple years older than me, it's
Girl,
not.
don't do that.
It's like
Don't
it's
do
like
that.
2 or 3 years older than me.
Man.
But
Damn.
even with that being said, like, y'all not, we're all still in the same age bracket right now anyway. And
we only 21. I don't know what she talking about.
Anyway.
I don't know what he talking
I'm not
about. I'm
lying about my
25.
age, yeah.
I'm definitely not. I don't want to be
What
20.
you talking about?
anyways, with that being said, like, we're still figuring out, like, our nicks and knacks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're still figuring out what triggers us.
Yeah.
We don't know. Maybe one day we're outside and we hear a fire alarm going off and we, like, start ducking out of nowhere just one day randomly. Who knows? Like, you don't know what is really triggering or not until you put in that situation. And I feel like oftentimes we don't allow people to be like, damn, that was a traumatic thing for you. Like, sympathize with them, kind of, like, that was traumatic for you, and I just want to be there for you and comfort you right now.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure out exactly what happened later down on the lines.
Yep.
It's always like, what the fuck are you acting like that? Like, you being weird.
Yeah.
Why you being weird to me? It's like one of those
Why you
things.
being weird to
Bro, I'm reading The Undiscovered Self by Carl Jung, I believe is his name. He's like a big psychologist, bro. And he was saying that most people don't know themselves. Like we think that we know ourselves, but we don't know ourselves. He goes, most people only know the very, like, baseline of themselves, like that, like the part of yourself that you can consciously remember. So, like, if you're like, oh, I'm a financial analyst, I'm black, my name's Christian. Like, most people only know that borderline thing about themselves. But most people don't know what goes on in their subconscious life, or, like, what they do habitually without thinking. And that controls most of what you do throughout a day. So the whole preface of the book is, like, the undiscovered self is to say that most people have absolutely no idea who they are, why they do what they do, who taught them what they do. They don't know it at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's crazy that you have such a large group of people walking around with that type of mindset. And he says things like religion, things like communism, those things are made to kind of get a group of people to just do something, because some people believe left to their own devices, most people won't do anything. So if you have, like, a religion, or you have, like, a cult, or you have, like, a big political or economic thing, say, yo, do this, you just start controlling people on, like, do this, do that. So it's really, we all have to really take the time and admit, like, that you're ignorant. I think that's a big step in life. Like, admit that, I'm ignorant. Be able to say, like, I'm stupid, and not take offense to that.
Yeah.
You know
like,
what I mean?
I don't know what you're talking about. Can you explain that to me?
Exactly.
Like, I feel like people are ashamed of that.
Yeah. You gotta be able to do that.
And now's the perfect time, more than ever, to introduce the show. Welcome back to another episode of the Demigod Chronicles. This is episode, 37?
Ain't that siete?
37. It's your boy, Asante Dai, a.k.a. Demigod. This is a special episode. Everybody's back here in the flesh. Everybody here today. That is Jalen. That's not a hologram. That's really him. You feel me? Jalen's here. Hey, Jay. How you doing? Good?
Was Jalen here last episode?
No.
Oh. Sorry, y'all.
But nah, today is a we did a little challenge before this episode.
It's a great day.
This episode may be called Crossed and Faded, something like that. Feel me? Because we crossed our minds together, and we're fading away reality.
This nigga.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Asante be fake deep all the time.
Nah, I mean, if they get it, they get it. If they don't, they don't. I just kind of negative a little thing.
Can I introduce myself?
Yeah, that's why I was turning towards you. You try to hold my hand. Chill.
No.
Chill.
How you guys doing? My name is Christian Lopez, and this is episode 37 of Demigod Chronicles. 39?
Mm-hmm.
No. We
Yeah,
just
it's
said we just said 37.
It's episode 39.
No, it's not. That's the Crossed&Faded.
Wait,
She's like, no.
are you joking? Are you dead?
No, I'm just.
Is
I
it?
don't know what episode it is.
It's
I
37.
think it's 39.
They can get nervous.
Alright, Jay. You introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm up. Yeah, I'm back at it like a crack at it. You already know. It's your boy, Mr. Yo, what are you doing, bro? It's your boy, you know what I mean?
Mr. What?
Mr. J Wheeler, you know what I mean? AKA. Shit, I got a new AKA now.
What is
What's
it?
your new AKA?
Coach Wheeler, know what I mean?
Talk that talk.
Know what I mean? But yeah, I'm
That's
back
why
at it.
he get a slight excuse for not being here. You know what I
I'm
mean?
back at it. So yeah, I'm here.
Coach Wheeler.
We outside.
Alicia.
Hey guys, it's me, Lay. Sorry I wasn't here last episode. Life has been kicking me like a bitch. But we here, we back at it. We a little lit. I'm feeling good. So
Yo, you got black
What's
toes,
Feeling
bro.
great.
I have olive green toast.
What was the week? What was your first week as a coach? What did you learn?
Oh man,
Kids are annoying.
nah. What I really learned, and not to be like, oh no, wow, but
Come on,
like
Coach
what?
Carter, come with it.
Nah.
Come with it.
What I really learned is like, this is my calling to do.
Aw.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is what I really want to do. So
we love to hear it.
This is what
So,
we.
yeah.
This is what we support here. We
So,
here
yeah.
for purpose, man.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I'm going back to
Let me
school
talk, huh?
soon. I mean,
What?
made the decision. I'm going back to school soon.
Look at that. Oh, I just want to hug you.
Yeah.
I'm not
Can
feeling
you
too
put some
well,
more?
so I
Can you
don't
put some more
wanna-
emphasis in it?
It made me happy as hell.
Yeah,
What
I'm
Yeah,
going back.
that's
Yeah, I'm
so
going back to
sweet.
school soon.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully, you know what I mean.
love that.
are
So
you gonna study?
sports management,
Yeah, good
mean,
for you.
regular shit. You know,
That's
go get my
that'd be some light shit for you.
get my degree and take this shit on.
Yeah, man.
You know
Some
what I
light
mean? Shit. But yeah, coaching is especially in the inner city, it's tough. But I love my kids, so you know what I mean. It is what it is.
Do you feel like you see yourself in your kids?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's why I'm like the third youngest on the team. On the coaching staff and on the team. On the coaching staff, and like, you know, I tell my kids all the time, like, yo, I'm not far removed from y'all. You know what I mean? Like, so whatever you guys are going through, you know, now, you know, you might have a rougher life, but I could
Understand.
understand. I could, you know, I could sit there. If you want to talk, yo, come talk to me. You know what I mean? I ain't one of these, you know, coaches. My coaching staff, they're mad cool. I love them. You know what I mean? And they real stand-up dudes. So, you know, come sit down and talk to us. You know? So, yeah. We got a real talented team, though. For sure.
Beautiful.
So, we about to make some noise.
Yeah.
Make some noise for snaps for Jay.
Snaps for Jay.
Snaps for Jay. I think that's important, bro. Because one, finding purpose in anything you're doing, that shit is always like, I'm rooting for you. You already know that.
Absolutely.
And two, the fact that you get to do it and it's touching other people's lives. Honestly, what you do too, Lay. You feel me? Like, you're passionate about what you do. You're passionate about helping people. Some people's passions are self-serving. But when they said if your purpose doesn't fulfill something you're doing and someone else's, then you're not like dreaming big enough. Because everything you're doing should always have like a shockwave effect. Like, you guys take time to invest in yourself, in kids, and other people, and that in turn, like, you know, might make another person better, and they might make another person better, or, you know, just whatever you're doing to help that person's life, whether it be getting them away a couple hours after school, just getting them to focus on something, and you know, being there as a figure for them to look up to, and also you taking the time to see people who, you know, normally people just like walk past and like, you know, just try not to really interact with. I think that's really important. So big ups to you guys. Demigod Chronicles.
I appreciate y'all.
You trying to make a difference in the world, man.
I've been really emotional these days. Well, I'm always emotional, but
That leg is shaking, boy.
I'll be up in here crying today because y'all got 2 shots of whatever the fuck I was drinking.
That's okay. We litty in a good way.
I'll be in here like,
But
I love y'all niggas.
what you say?
I love y'all niggas.
Yeah, she annoying. I know y'all niggas.
All right, so y'all want to hit the current events, or I got a few pointers here. You feel me? Some
just
conversation
throw shit
starters.
Out. Just throw shit out.
All right, bet. So some of this stuff is situational. Are you ready?
Go.
Man.
So give me a bad drunk decision you've made before.
Fucking a wrong nigga. Definitely fucking a wrong nigga.
What?
Yeah.
Off rip, okay.
Escalated.
Off rip. We're gonna say it.
Escalated.
You ever hit? Okay. You ever get drunk on a
Escalated.
get real drunk with your friends? Let's say you.
Like, what do you mean the wrong one?
Like
like
let's say you
like
hit
it
your
should've been
ex or
his
some
friend?
shit like that.
It should have been his friend.
Or
I
like,
should have picked out the wrong.
or it should have been his friend. You fuck him and then you like, damn, should have never did that. Should have picked his friend. It be like that sometimes. Like, you can't be mad at me for just being honest. Like,
Those are some stories.
you know what I'm saying? It's different. It's different situations.
Nah,
You
but-
could have hit up your ex.
You talking
What
about
is
fucking
going
her wrong?
on?
So look, how wait, you can't just
Yeah, absolutely.
fucking the wrong nigga. How was you fucking the wrong
Okay,
nigga when you?
cause okay, let's say let me not even say that, but let's say you go out on a single night,
This escalated.
right?
Yeah.
And you go out on a night with your boys, you texted your ex or you texted this bitch you used to fuck with or you texted whoever, and then you're like, maybe I should go and be with maybe you gotta figure out who you want to leave with at the end of the night. There's no point in getting drunk if you're not getting no dick or no sex at the end of the
That's
night.
female privilege. We don't get to think like that.
Oh,
Exactly.
that's
Time out.
y'all
We don't get to
problem.
think.
Time out.
Oftentimes, there's no
That's
gold at the end of that
y'all
rainbow,
problem.
man.
Time out.
That's not my
But
problem.
a girl decides if she's gonna have sex that night when she gets dressed to go out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She's like, I'm gonna have sex tonight.
I'm a
Guys
badass
were like,
bitch.
"Alright,
There's
I'm
no way. There's nobody that's
I
gonna.
hope.
There's nobody
time.
that's
Time
not
out.
gonna-
Please.
gonna-
You trying to tell me, Lasia, that
Yes.
what percentage of women you say think like this?
A lot.
Majority.
Yeah, I could
So
call
what-
my girls
so-
right now like,
so-
hey,
so-
yo,
so-
you ever had a bad sex night?
No, not like that.
Yo.
Or not a bad sex night, but like a bad drunk night. She'd be like, yeah, I fucked probably my ex.
Yo,
Some shit like that.
you know who I'm talking about. Tell her to call me. Know what I mean?
Yo.
See, I was gonna say something different.
No,
What you
say
gonna
it.
say?
Say
No,
it.
I was gonna. Oh, I'm talking about story.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's
yeah,
not. It
yeah,
doesn't have to
yeah.
be sex related.
Yeah.
I was gonna
no.
talk about the time. So one day I was at in college. It was a Thursday, and we used to all, have we would all have
Thirsty
fun.
Thursdays.
We all have fun. We go to the nearby kind of like a club kind of thing that was like 5 minutes off of campus. It was my freshman year, so every week, bro, I would try to use a different fake, bro, to try and get into this club.
What?
And sometimes they would let me in,
Chris.
and sometimes they wouldn't.
Who's fake were you using?
They knew who I was. Just kids on the football team.
Ah.
They knew who I was. Like, they knew me. And some days they would look at me and be like,
Who you today, Chris?
not today. Like, we can't deal with this today. Not today. And some days they'd be like, you good? I'd be like, yeah, I'm good. They're like, okay, let's go. You coming. So it was one of the days where they weren't dealing with me today.
You be going in there wild?
No, this is what happened. I the line was long.
Okay.
I just walked to the front and just got like 4 people back from the front. My boy's like, what are you doing? I'm like, they're not gonna see me. And he's like, yo, did you just cut the whole line? Yeah, kicks me out. He says, you gotta go. You can't come in today. So I walked to the back of the line. And it's like, by the time I get to the front, he's gonna figure out who I was. Like, he's not gonna remember who I am. Get to the front, he kicks me out again. I go sit and I wait in McDonald's next door. I try to come back and get in again. They say no. They kick me out again.
Damn.
So
Chris.
at this point, I'm like, all right, I have to go home.
Did you try again?
No.
Oh.
So I see someone get dropped off, right?
Uh-huh.
The car that drops these people off,
You just hop in?
I just get in the car.
Were you lit?
Yes. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, yo,
This is CeeLo, not Christian.
I live in Prosser. Can you take me back home? I live in Prosser. They're looking at me like,
Are you fucking serious?
what are you doing? Get out of my car. And I'm like, no, it's right there. Like, I live right there. Just Prosser. Yeah, I'm like right there on campus, right there. Prosser.
I'm telling you, it's no big deal.
Yo.
Were you by yourself?
Yes. So they take me
Niggas
back.
is about to kidnap Chris.
They take me back to Prosser, and the whole time, me, I'm friendly. So we're having a conversation the whole time. They're taking me back. Let me out. I go back to my boy who was being responsible and stayed in. He didn't go out on Thursday. So I go chat with them. Then they bring me. They bring me. We go to my other boy's place to play 2K in his room. It's crazy because, you know, I love Ethiopians. I date Ethiopian now. But at the time, this is before I met, you know, such a beautiful culture.
Yeah.
We're playing 2K with the kid, and I'm very competitive. So, like, when we're playing 2K, you know, you trash talk. So I'm drunk, playing 2K, trash talking, and winning. So I'm sitting over there just going in, bro. Like, yo, where you from?
I don't know why. Just every match in the story
You
just
can
leads to me
see
just like,
Chris doing that shit.
yeah,
too.
like at the end of the story, Chris
see
gonna get jumped. So like,
No, that's not.
No,
gonna
I'm
happen.
invested.
So
Yeah.
the whole time I'm like, yo, playing 2K, like, yo, where you from? He's telling me, I'm like, oh man, you hungry out there? Like,
Oh my god.
like you ain't got no food out there, Nevia. Like, I'm like, you skinny too, bro. You need some food. Like, and I'm
What
just
the
like
fuck?
going in on like his family, his country, and just playing 2K, making fun of him, like, cause you know where he's from. Bro, it was one of those.
Yeah, that was bad.
And it's funny. I like telling stories like this because, you know, I'm way more mature now.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
good
yeah.
for people to know. You could, you know,
Yeah.
you can grow,
Of
you can progress
course.
in life.
Of course.
So I'm going in on this kid and his family, everything you could think of.
grandmother
Yes,
and he was
bro,
just chilling.
wowing
Like,
him
bro.
up.
he wasn't saying nothing back to you?
Not really. No, it was an interesting thing about me in college, bro. I still think to myself, like, it's a blessing from God that no one ever tried to beat me up. I never got jumped.
Oh, so you
I would
was
really do outrageous things.
Outside causing havoc.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was.
nice.
And nothing bad ever happened to me. We thank God. One time, we did something. And, yeah, could have got in trouble so many times. But I've been to Dean's office so many times.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mr. Chris?
Yeah, we're good friends, though.
That's CeeLo.
Oh.
That's
I was
not
good-
Chris.
I was good
He has
friends.
an alter ego. It's
I was
like
good friends.
Dr. Jackal.
Yeah, bro.
Mr. Hyde is Dr.
And this
Jackal
is-
and Mr. Hyde, right?
And this is why,
Okay.
when I graduated college, I made a really decision. Like, I'm not drinking no more. I gave it up. I was like, there's no point for me to, because I'm a menace. Like, when I drink, I just can't do it. It's just not for me, you know. So I can't drink. It's college was fun though. You know, everyone has stories. But
Everybody has stories.
it was a fun time, you know.
Let me
but,
tell you, I got a couple stories from college. Boy.
Jay, let's hear one. Bad drunk decision.
Oh man, I really don't have.
Yes, you do. You just don't want to tell it. You feel it. It's right there.
You know.
You know that.
Bad
I
junk.
know Asante know. You want Asante to tell you a bad drunk story?
Nah.
Nah, he wasn't. I don't think I got a bad junk story with Asante. Do I?
No, but you tell Asante no shit.
Nah, everybody makes good decisions around me.
Yeah.
I got a story about Asante.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that.
Nah, but
we're not doing that.
we're not doing that.
We
But,
have a story about drunk Asante?
But this is
Asante,
like
Asante, you get drunk?
this is like 6-7 years ago. Anyway, something like that. I don't know. But damn, what's a bad drunk story for me, bro? From I truly don't have.
Okay, think about the last year. Did you have any drunk stories in the last
You
year?
definitely got a story you sleeping somewhere.
Yeah.
That's
Sleeping somewhere you're not supposed to?
I mean, nah, not
Jay likes to
sleeping.
fall asleep. For some
Not
reason.
sleeping like anywhere. I only sleep like when I'm passed out. Like when I'm like lit. I only sleep like where I'm comfortable at.
Jay, you 100% have made a terrible decision when you've been lit before.
You sleep
yeah,
everywhere.
man.
At VUU. You don't got one from VUU?
You want Asante to tell your story?
No, we don't tell other people's stories.
I'm trying to think, bro. Like I really, cause it's some like I really just can't say.
Okay, respectful.
You feel me?
Can you say it without saying it though?
You know,
Like it's somewhere
I
like
want to sub Jason. I want to sub Jason, but
I don't want to tell this.
Santi, you tell your story.
yeah,
my story?
You tell this shit, bro.
mine's. I went on a visit.
A visit?
Yeah,
Like a college visit?
yeah, a college visit. I'm gonna leave the school. I'm gonna leave the name omitted. You know. I went on a visit. One of my boys went to school. We went to like some party, and then they had like you remember Pinnacle?
Yeah.
Pinnacle. For those of you that listen that aren't from this region or if you never heard of Pinnacle, Pinnacle is like this alcohol that they have every flavor possible. They have like cookie dough, chocolate chip mint, whipped cream, like peppermint, blueberry,
Tennis
cherry,
balls,
lemon,
like,
everything.
Think
What
about
those
all the
Broncos eat.
artificial chemicals. And
Disgusting. Now that you think of it, disgusting.
Artificial.
We were drinking like whipped cream Pinnacle,
Oh my god.
Whipped
like
cream.
Amsterdam, and like some
Oh
whole
my
other
gosh.
shit.
In
So-
college? Oh, you said you were
Yeah,
on a visit,
that's-
right?
I was still in the No, I was
old are
in
you?
prep school. I was 18.
Oh, so you were in prep school.
Yeah,
Can I-
I was in prep school. When I
Were
was
you
taking
at the
visit.
prep school that
Yeah,
I think you were at?
No, he wasn't at no damn
No, I
military
was-
school.
Oh,
Remind
it's the East Coast. East Coast
Remind
prep.
me that
Yeah.
say after you're done telling your story, say Christian asked that question.
Okay, I'll try. I'll
I'm gonna
definitely
to
try.
remember too.
But I was at a prep school visiting a college.
Oh,
So alright, so we were drinking like Pinnacle and shit, and then my boy is like, yo, he's like, this girl want to talk to you. So I'm like, alright, like, he's like, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. He's like, I ain't gonna hold you. He's like, I face not all that, but her shit is crazy. So I'm like, alright, whatever.
her
So-
shit is crazy. As in
Don't
what
get into
shit?
it. Don't get into it.
Yeah, come on, we
Keep
gonna be
going.
vague.
Like her
Keep
booty?
Going,
Yeah.
keep going.
Oh.
Keep going.
Well,
so
I don't know why you gotta keep going. We
Keep
just trying to figure out the details
Keep
of the
going.
story.
she called you.
Eyes on me now.
Like,
So yeah, so like I'm chilling with this girl, whatever, and then she's like, oh, she's like, oh yeah, basically, she wanted me to go somewhere with her and her friends. So my boy like, yo, he about to make a move. He's like, I'm gonna meet you back in my room. He's like, go with shorty. So I'm like, all right. So I leave with her, and then we're walking from this party, and we're walking for dumb long. Like, I don't know if it was because I was lit, but it just felt like we were walking for forever. Like, it's wintertime and I'm sweating. Like, I'm like, it make no sense how long we was walking.
Mm-hmm.
Then she's like, she's like, yeah, I gotta, she's like, my friends want me to meet them. They're doing like this little bonfire thing. So then she walks me into the woods, and that whole time I'm like, yo, why am I following this girl right now? I'm like, I should not be following this girl. So I'm like, this is a terrible decision. So we get to the woods, and her friend, like, it's like 4 people, and they're sitting like mad spaced out, and they're all like around the fire, and they all look like weird as shit. So then like we get over there, I sit down. Then the whole time they're just like talking about, like, they're just having a regular conversation. They turn out to like be cool or whatever. But I was just like, once I like really clicked, I'm like, I don't know where I am. I'm sitting around a bonfire. I was like,
Lost.
I gotta go meet my boy. And then she walked me back to like the dorms or whatever. But that whole night was just weird as hell. And I was just like, I should not have followed anybody back there. Cause I felt like they was about to like do like some ritual or some shit in the woods. I'm like, yeah. I should
Like
be
that
gone.
movie we watched?
Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm gone.
nah. Actually, you know what's crazy?
Wasn't it?
I know this is kind of like off topic.
Oh wait. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Ask that
the question.
The question.
Yeah.
I'm
Go,
sorry.
go.
Alright. So everything you experienced in school, all the mistakes and everything, and whatever drinking.
School,
Would you-
as in like college or
Life.
school? Okay.
My fault. No
Okay.
school. Sorry, life. Just drinking and everything.
Mm.
Would you want your kids to do the same?
Yes.
Yes.
I want them
Yes.
to experience.
Absolutely.
Live their life.
Go
Because
ahead.
I've never done anything
and
to
come
the
tell me
point
about it.
to where it's like my life was
Yeah.
in danger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I think if the cap is what I did
Mhm.
for my kids, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Okay.
Because like
Absolutely.
there was no reason why my parents should have been worried about like I don't know. Like me and Jason was talking about the other day. We were like, yo, when we're being younger and like growing up, like if we're in high school, whatever, somebody's driving crazy, like I never was afraid to be like, yo, you're wild in the car right now. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
slow
yeah.
down. Like there's certain people that just shut up and they'll just let people do whatever. I'm not one of them people.
But do you feel like kids nowadays are those people? I feel like kids nowadays are like wired different.
Yeah, definitely.
So like, I don't
You know
know.
what's-
It
you
might
know
be
what's-
like different
you
by
know
the
what's
time
funny?
we have kids.
You know what's funny? Every generation says that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kids different.
Yeah. My little brother and them, they crazy.
You know what he says about the little kids? The little kids is crazy. You know what your mom says about us? We the little kids is crazy.
Nah, them little niggas is wild. I feel like by the time we have kids, they'll have so much like freedom and so much space. Like when we were growing up, I feel like we did have freedom and stuff like that, but like,
Speak for yourself.
but we had like a different type of freedom. Like it was like we went outside. We had to find our friends. Like we couldn't call them like unless you called them on the house phone. I don't know about y'all, but we had a house phone, and like we had like Facebook and MySpace and shit like that. But like we had to go outside and find them. Like the kids nowadays, they be social media crazy, and by the time we get to that point where we have kids, I feel like social media will be like completely like, or just like computers and the internet. Excuse me, y'all. Computers and the internet is gonna be such a staple in like their life. Like it's gonna be like that, and unless we like teach our kids like the importance of doing this for your mental or doing that for your whatever, then it's really, they could get caught up in like that frenzy.
I'm really trying to homeschool my kids though.
You want to homeschool?
I don't.
Nah,
I feel
don't
like-
do
I-
that,
I feel like-
Chris.
No. I mean, guys, see, this
Don't
is the thing.
do that.
No, we ain't even let him explain.
Y'all didn't let me
Okay.
say nothing. Let me
Okay.
cut. What I was going to say is, I want to homeschool my
Nope.
kids.
Alright, I'm sorry, again.
No, I want to homeschool my kids up to a certain age. I want them to go to. I think I want to send them to school. They're gonna play sports and stuff, so they're gonna always be interacting with other kids. I just think maybe that's an ego or whatever people want to say. I think by the time I'm that age to have kids, I think I'll be better. I'll be able to teach them what they need to know better than a school would. Maybe I think I could do it more efficient than the school system could too.
So you want to teach them?
Yeah. Now
You want to homeschool?
yeah, I want to be like I want to have like the way I see my homeschool being it's like, it's not like I'm the one teaching every single class. It's more like I'm the principal of the school, and like say we have history class, I'm gonna take them to a museum. Say I'll get a good like math tutor for them, and but I want them to go, like especially with math and things, I want them to progress through the material the way they can, the best way they can. Like, so if you have a kid who's 11 and he can learn algebra, why wait to teach it to him until he's older if he's already moving at that rate? You know what I mean? And I want to like say we have music class, I want to take them to like somewhere where they can really play instruments.
Next levels to see if that's something that they would be engaged in totally.
I want to, like with my kids, I want to nurture them to be the best them that they could be. And I want to make sure like I do a great job of that. So I feel like with a homeschool, I would be able to better, because what if like you never know, like you could send your kid to a school and maybe it's just a teacher who she got some stuff that happened to her when she was 18 that she's not over, and she just got so much baggage, and then she's trying to teach my kid with that kind of baggage. And it's like, oh, listen, lady, you might indirectly teach my kid something that I maybe don't want him to know, and it's like, maybe I could do a better job myself.
Do you think there's like a fine line between like teaching your kids and like coddling them?
Coddling them? Yeah. I would never coddle. Like, I think my natural, like if you like my temperament and the way I am, I wouldn't have a tendency to coddle somebody. Okay. I would be more prone to a lack of coddling. So okay. I don't think I would experience that, but I think it's important not to coddle your kids. Like I wasn't coddled, very much. It was more so like, go out there and take on the world, win or lose, so.
Figure it out type of John. Felt. I don't want kids though.
These kids is different, because like my little brother, like he is literally content on staying in the house all day.
All fucking day.
And I'm like, yo, it's 91 degrees. We have a pool.
But that's lack of see, you gotta understand. Don't judge, understand. Think about if you were 15 and you were born with an AC, you were born with an Xbox One, you were born with social media, you were born with an iPad, iTunes, Apple Music. You had what do you go outside for? What do you go outside for?
I mean,
that's what I was just talking about.
I was like 13. I had a Dreamcast.
But that's not
PS2 AC busting. You feel me?
But we knew a
Dreamcast
with a Dreamcast N64. It was very obvious this wasn't real.
And we also
very obvious. 2K21.
Well, the social aspect of it, I think.
And you stay on the parties talking to your friends is not.
No, by then I had a PS3. I think. Yeah, 13.
And we also have like, I think all of us, I could say for all, I don't know about you too much, Jace, but for all of us, I feel like we have like very old school parents. Like our way of like each generation down, like the parenting style just goes like cooler and cooler because we're more understanding of like the other.
If your parents are immigrants, raise your hand.
So like all of our, even if our parents are not immigrants or not, like fucking Jay's mom, I be hearing him wall on him when I call him on FaceTime. Like we just have like those old school parents where like they don't tolerate shit. But us, like
not be running up and out this house.
going like further down generations, like we're more understanding because we've been through more shit, and there's more people having kids like younger and shit like that, and it's just like people are becoming more like lenient type with their kids. Like my little brother, I've noticed like my mom kind of already went through all the hard shit with us, so with my little brother, she's kind of just like, bro, go ahead, do whatever.
You know, and interesting enough, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yeah.
Because being too hard on kids, like, doesn't work. Like, no. It's not good. It causes issues. So you think something like this generation in general realized that, oh my God, we were too hard on kids. And then some kids who had really maybe strict or hard parents are like, well, when I have kids, I'm not gonna do that. And then it may be like they're like, oh, I realized what I did wrong with this kid. I'm gonna be different with this kid.
Weird.
You know, but I think.
Definitely.
When people do stuff like that, though, it's like they always go for the contrast and don't realize maybe there's a middle ground. Like it's gray, not black and white.
Absolutely.
I see that firsthand, you know, with my little brother. Even though, like, me and him, we're two, like, literally. I'm
black
and
he's
white. Like, literally. You know what I mean? And I could see, like, how my mother, she probably get mad if she hear this. But with me, when I got injured, my mother didn't care. Oh, you a boy. Shake it off. You'll be alright. I know with Jaren.
Not her baby.
That's why I was like, yo, I can't wait till he play his sport and his first injury just to see how you react.
Not her baby.
I got hit in the eye with a freaking baseball. Coming down. I was a catcher. First baseman threw it to me. I wasn't looking. I'm out crying on the ground, rolling. Everybody else is on the field. She's on the other side of the gate on the phone. Yeah. Until somebody had to, Tam, come here. Oh, all right. Come walking. Oh, you got hit hard.
The fuck is serious?
Mind you, I'm 10 years old. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, it's.
You remember that?
Hell yeah, I remember that shit.
Jay was like, I'm gonna remember this shit.
What if you got hit so hard that never even happened?
Wow. What if it didn't? What if it didn't happen that way?
I got pictures.
What if it was football?
Nah, it was baseball. Definitely baseball.
He said, what if it was football?
It's definitely baseball.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's definitely like that. I definitely understand.
My dad was the type of person, bro. Like, football practice is over. Like, we just ran conditioning to end football practice.
Mm-hmm.
My dad type of person to be like, yo, when you did this, you let that kid beat you, right? Or, yeah, you was jogging on condition. Give me 3 more laps. 3 more laps? Go run 3 laps right now. I'll be running 3 laps crying. Tight. Like, I gotta really do this shit, bro.
What's all this extra?
That's the type of person my dad was with everything, bro.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that made you who you are right now?
Oh, for sure, bro.
Because you're so, like, that's who you are.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Once you get down, you gotta get back up. Like,
it's like niggas will complain about the extra work until you realize the results of the extra work.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna bitch about it. Best believe.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna be upset. I'm gonna get through it. And then when it's time to, you feel me?
I'm gonna do that shit.
Press that NOS button. It's there for you.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't got it in tank. That'd be the defining factor between the two.
Yeah, and I feel like going back to like the generations now, like we're so mindful. We're so aware. Like we know so much now. And we're so aware of, like, people's feelings, emotions, and shit like that we kind of be, like, too cautious of, like, people's feelings and emotions and stuff. And we kind of don't push them, like, how we were pushed. And although, like, how we were pushed is maybe it was, like, a little too rough. But, like, I be wanting to tell my little brother, like, get the fuck up. Come on. Get the fuck up. What are y'all doing? Like, you haven't seen your friends in maybe months. How are you surviving right now? Like, we need to like have some kind of interaction. Like, how do you not have any interaction? He's just like, I don't care.
Talking over the phone.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you know, like what Chris said, like, I, you know, gotta understand. But it's like, first of all, I mean, like I said, me and my little brother's two different people. At 15, all I wanted to do was play football and talk to girls.
Yeah, bro. At what? At what? 15? Of course.
You know
what else
I
is there to
mean?
do at 15?
I'm like, Jaron, bro, we have a pool right down the street, bro. In our complex.
What else is there to do at 15?
It's a bunch of girls there. Oh no, brother, I'm good.
But you see, and that's why I say be understanding, Jay. There's something. There's probably something deeper that you need to take the time to understand. But if you judge off the top layer, you'll never get there.
Yeah. So I'm gonna kind of tap into this. It's a little personal, but my little brother actually just recently quit football. He's like over it. Yeah, he quit it. He was like, I want to be a doctor, like, and that's where my new focus is gonna be. So he's been like crazy into vitamins. He's been like looking up stuff to like cure diabetes. Like he's crazy knowledgeable. My little brother, I don't know if I ever talked about this, but he was autistic. Well, he is autistic. He's definitely on the spectrum. He didn't speak until he was like 5 or 6, but now he's like fucking on top of shit. Like he opened up his own like investment accounts with like my mom's name. He'd be making like money. He'd be like trading and shit like that. Like he's super knowledgeable. My little brother, you could go to him about anything, and he's only like 15, 16.
Genius.
Yeah. So with that being said, I kind of told my parents, like, I feel like he's going through a lot of grief. And I don't think it's like grief as in like grief like, oh, I'm so sad I lost this or whatever, but like he's kind of letting go of a lot of things and coming into new chapters, and we're not like around enough to like talk to him and like really interact with him because he's the youngest. So all of our older siblings and myself, we all like moved out or like we're kind of focused on our own shit, and my mom's like older now, so she's kind of like, oh, my kids are old. Like, even though she focuses on him the most, I was like, you know, maybe he should try some therapy or whatever. And my parents went the fuck off on me. They went the fuck. My dad called me like, we're not talking people. Well, my dad's also like very African. If y'all don't know, he's very super African. Can you hear me? Okay. He's very super African. He was like, we're not talking people. We don't talk about our problems. We're not going through any problems. Da-da-da-da-da. And I was like,
Yes.
Okay.
If you can,
Okay.
if you shed light on what's there, then it's there. If it's absent-minded, then it's not there. Because I think a lot of the, especially being first generation here, that's what I see a lot with, you know, our family.
But Santi, to that, I'm not just want to say to that, bro. Whether you shed light on it or not, it's still there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But to people, when they like, a person will be like, "Oh, I can't do that," or "I can't do this," but the mindfulness behind it won't be, "Oh, it's because of this." Just in their head, they just can't do it. Right. So by not acknowledging whatever it is, the reason why they can't, they'll be like, "Oh, I can't take that trip," and it'll be because they're not working. And because they're not working will be only because of that they're lazy. So instead of embracing the fact that they're lazy, they'll just be like, I'm not working right now. Or I can't work. Mm. You feel me? That's what I mean. Mm-hmm. But with that being said, like a lot, like being first generation here, the things that our parents had to endure and that like the things that they had to, you know, go through and pretty much put all their feelings aside to try to provide a better life for us, they feel like because they made so many sacrifices and they've done so many things that there shouldn't be any issues because we handled those issues so you didn't have to deal with them.
That's the perfect way to say that.
What they don't understand is that, I forgot what podcast I was watching. That shit came out like that. But I forgot what podcast I was watching. They was talking about it. They were saying like, how much money do you make, right, to create generational wealth and to change your family's lives? But in turn, when does like your values and everything you instilled become a drop in the water bucket. By the time it gets to second or third generation, these are all kids that's used to growing up, used to being with money. Like you said, kids growing up, if all they know is millions of dollars and private jets and all this, why the fuck would I grow up and want to work hard? That shit has been my life since I've been a kid. But with all the sweat off their, what you would be like now their grandfather's back, they got to live that prestigious lifestyle. So it's like, to them, to our parents, they did the sacrifice, they did the dirty work. So our shit is supposed to be straight peaches and cream. So when there is a nick, when there is like a glitch in the system, it's almost like you're telling them like, you didn't do enough.
Wrong.
You didn't do enough. Something's wrong. But what we have to realize is that's ego, and sometimes as parents, you can't cover everything. You can't be everything for a child. And sometimes there are voids, there are things missing, and kids do need to speak to people. That doesn't mean that there's a lack there of parenting. That just means that now, like, all right, we're taking the extra courses. We're doing extra things. When you're in school and you don't get something, when you're getting tutoring, that doesn't mean you're not going to class at all. You're going to class, but you still might need an extra little something. You feel me?
A little love.
Yeah, something on the side.
Word. That's a really good point, because my dad was actually saying, like, what is he going through? Like, what is it that he's going through? I was like, he just left something that he loved so much. And I talk to you guys about that shit all the time. Like, he literally lived, breathed, and ate football. He would wake up, do yoga, lift, run, come back inside the crib, go to workouts, go to football practice, come and do the same shit over and over again. And when he didn't have practice, he had a trainer. He never stopped. He said he just, like, lost love for it. He's really into MMA now. He actually just cut his toe.
You know what? I'm gonna give a applause to your brother for him being so young, and him knowing that. That's great. Like, that's great, because a lot of kids now, like, not now, but a lot of kids that I know, and a lot of kids that, you know, that I played with or whatever, they played sports just because their parents wanted them to. You know what I mean? For him to, you know, understand, like, yo, I lost the love of it and not cheat the game. Like, that's what's up. That's a big.
I definitely respect him. I definitely respect him, and the way he's going about it is just so. He has this, like, poise. Like, he it seems like a weight has been lifted off of his shoulder. Like, he comes and he talks to us more, and he's, like, more active in, like, family activities, and he wants to do more shit, like, outside of the house and things like that. So I definitely respect him, but I just feel like it was just such a big part of his life. Like, that's all he's known for so many years, and he loved it so much, and now he's giving it up, and it's just like, nobody's gonna ask why he gave it up.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's just gonna be like, oh, okay.
To add on to what Jay said, like, and I said it last episode, like, the moment you stop having fun with it, you be done with it. Drake's verse, when he said that, that's important, because when you can realize that, like, I can't put my passion into this anymore, and you know, like, all right, it's like, there's fulfillment in completion. You feel me? Like, when you completed a grade, when you graduated 8th grade, high school, college, like, you're like, damn, it's over, and you're sad about it, but you think of everything you got from it, and all the blood, sweat, and tears you had to put in to get to that point. I think that's important, like, that acknowledgement of looking back at that road, not looking back in the sense of complacement, but looking back in the sense of completion, because, like, you can understand, like, yo, I really put my all into this, I gave it everything, I felt like I got everything I needed from this, and I gave it everything I needed to, and that fulfillment right there is a lot. And then, you know, you have to take that passion, like Chris talked about it before. He was like, he didn't feel empty when he stopped playing football, because he was able to turn, like all right, I'm a dog on the field, now I'm a dog in the classroom. Now I'm a dog with all these other accounts. Now I'm a dog with personal investments, all these things. Like, he transitioned that to other things in his life. Like, people said you can't bulk up on a vegan diet. I'm gonna do it. So anything that he does, it's driven behind, like, he has to have that chip, and that chip stays on your shoulder. It just turns to a different thing. It just converts into something else. Like, Jay, his the same passion he had for playing football. When we used to play football, Jay come to the crib, he's watching film all the time. Now he's coaching, he's watching film all the time.
Mr. Wheeler, for real.
Yeah.
Mr. Coach Wheeler.
It's going to be there. Like, everything that you do and that you're passionate about, I feel like if you lose the passion for it, it can turn into something else. It's important to find those things. And when you're in that moment of transition,
it becomes a job.
To focus on that.
Absolutely.
But I do think there's an appropriate time to take breaks. Lay talked about earlier of, being mindful of people's feelings and emotions.
I know.
And
God
we did pick our song of the week.
God, breathe.
But Lay said that she never got to pick one.
But.
So.
But. No, I'm not gonna be that guy.
We gonna let her pick it.
I'm not gonna be that guy.
Lay, what song of the week?
I know God breathed on this.
Let's see.
I know God breathed on this. I know God.
You supposed to be
What song did you guys pick?
We can't say it now.
Why?
Big porque.
Because hopefully you pick the same song.
Oh no, it's not gonna be the same
Yo
song.
espero que sí.
Pop Smoke. Merci beaucoup.
Ooh, I stay in the cut like a Band-Aid. Because that was my shooter's beat.
Call her back.
Call Destiny back.
Yeah, call her back.
Jay been trying to talk to my friend for
here we taking a break in the middle.
ever.
Song of the week is Pop Smoke off
No,
his last
FaceTime
album.
her. She FaceTime you. FaceTime
She
her.
didn't
Mercy
FaceTime
Bacoup.
me. She miscalled me.
Oh, well,
You
yeah.
could.
Call her back.
You can probably charge the camera up a little bit too. So.
And
Was it on?
What she was doing?
That was a good episode. Text risky.
I
What's
know,
the riskiest text you ever sent?
I know
We
God
gonna get there.
breathed on
That
this.
was
I know
was
God
Mercy
breathed.
Bacoup by Pop Smoke.
Mercy.
Long live Pop Smoke.
Long,
man.
Long Live Pop. That was
I
one.
can't lie. I'm really just not a big fan of his music.
It's alright.
Yeah, no disrespect.
Did you hear this
It's not
song though?
disrespectful.
You heard Mercy Bacoup?
No, like his hits and stuff are cool, but I'm not a fan to the point where like I'll just listen to like
Mercy.
It's fine.
his album straight through.
It's fine, bro.
No disrespect.
It's not disrespectful.
Okay.
Because you're not saying he's trash.
I wouldn't say
It's
that.
just
Not a fan.
he's not for your ear. You feels?
Every
Alright,
time Pop turn on, that'd be my mood.
While Jace is finding us a hypothetical, we got another pointer. Drunk/risky text etiquette.
Etiquette.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There's an etiquette to that?
Yeah, etiquette. There's an etiquette for it. You feel me?
Don't do
This
it.
nigga.
What's up,
Shit.
Oh,
Chris.
This his segment.
Chris? You're capping. Yeah, Jay. Let's lead it off. How do you cultivate your risky text?
Bro, no. See, though I'm not capping. I'm not saying I've never done it. I'm saying here at the Demigod Chronicles, what do we promote? Growth. So if we're telling our viewers something, we're gonna be telling them don't do it because that's the point of growth where they shouldn't be doing that.
So don't send risky text.
Don't send risky text.
But
That's
what's
the
the point
preference.
of life if you can't send risky text?
Okay.
What's the point
See
of
if
it?
you
I think it was leaning back the whole time.
But
No,
without
I
risk,
fixed it though. If you want to,
there's no reward.
No, it's not.
Whoa,
Without risk, there's no reward.
whoa.
Anything you can't say sober, don't start drinking and feel like you got the cojones.
But
to
the
say
thing is, risky texts aren't always something that you wouldn't say. It's just you might have just been, I don't know, thinking it.
no. I feel like if we're gonna send our viewers the right message, we'd be telling them
Correct.
to do it.
Hey,
But
alright,
what
the preface is don't do what we about to talk about.
But with the all risk, right? With
Fuck
the risk and
Send that risky
when you're
text.
taking any
do it.
risk, what are you saying?
Huh?
When you're taking a risk with anything, what are you saying? Oh, fuck it, right?
You never
Let
know
me
what
just
could
take
come out
this
of that
risk.
situation. You send a risky text.
So like a
Would you-
risky
alright,
text, you're
so
in a
see,
mindset
see,
with a drunk
see.
text like
would you
fuck it.
Would you make an investment when you're drunk?
Chris, please.
Chris, we're not
Don't do
doing
this
that,
conversation,
bro.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
Chris,
He said
but
Chris,
it's a
Chris,
different
Chris.
Now,
like,
now as
risky-
I'm doing it, Jace.
with a risky.
Right, we shouldn't be recommending people to make risky.
We're
tests.
not. No one's recommended.
Yeah, no
It
one's
sounds
recommended.
like you're
No,
recommending.
it's not.
No.
I clearly heard these two over here say.
No, I
I
said
didn't
send that
say.
risky text. Yes, I did.
See, they're
I
recommending.
definitely said that.
And Jace, we had a conversation about this.
You ever heard the thing? A drunk man's words are an honest man, or a drunk man's words are a sober man's thoughts.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So in a way, it could be beneficial to you. That's something you wouldn't be something you would do sober.
You're just saying fuck it and taking a risk because you feel me?
You never know.
Definite.
Taking a risk, bro.
It's not even like.
It's okay to be
With risk
comes reward.
comes reward.
Yeah.
Bro.
And what's the worst that could happen? Either you got dubbed or you go
Shit pop
along.
off, man.
Right,
Yeah.
like
And that's why I'm asking about
Risky
etiquette.
text.
Cause to
I'm not
you,
talking about random
you may be thinking about straight.
Yeah,
The
nah.
dude
we
that's
not
hopping
doing-
in a DM and asking like,
You
"Yo,
what?
I'm trying."
Yeah.
That might be what you thinking of, but a
Yes.
risky text could be like somebody that you might have thought was cute the whole time, And then you feel me? They looking aight today. You
Hell
feeling aight,
yeah.
and you swipe up like, yo, you looking aight. That might be a risky text for you.
Looking
Okay.
nice.
The risky text doesn't always
That's what you
mean.
do, Asante?
Yo, I'm
let me
trying to
get
be
at
knee deep in your shit.
Asante, that's what you do?
Huh?
That's what you do? You swipe up and be like,
No, I
don't
do
swipe up. You
You
don't
looking
swipe. You
aight?
swipe
That. I
up.
don't do that.
You
don't,
swipe up.
don't be pointing at me.
You swipe up.
I only swipe up at y'all. Y'all are my men.
You want one of my friends told me.
Cap.
Super
Yeah,
tight.
swipe up.
Anyway, I will listen.
So let's start by you. Let's break it down. What's your etiquette? What's your level? You gotta be at a certain level.
It's
or you
different
gotta be feeling-
categories.
I gotta
It's
fuck
different
with
like
you.
categories of like risky text.
All right, so break it down.
You guys are a bad influence.
Listen,
We already prefaced it. Relax.
My fault.
the
You
same-
we bad influences, but you was just talking about making fun of somebody for where they was from.
right.
And you ain't say you didn't tell that. He didn't tell that story and said, "Guys, don't do this." Chris said, "I tried to get with 3 fake IDs.
He's
I
capping.
told this nigga he was
He said,
hungry."
I'm mature now.
He's capping. That's cap.
He said,
What
I'm
you mean?
mature
Did you
now.
did you
He didn't
practice
say
that?
not do
Yes, I
that.
did.
He just
Yes, I
said,
did.
I'm mature now.
I said what did I say? And I said what did I say in the middle? I said I tell these stories to show you that you can grow, mature, and move on from it.
Okay, so this is things
That's
that
it.
things that
That's
people
it.
used to do.
Run it back. Run it real back.
Risque.
Run it back. We know it. And then when you do the audio, insert exactly what I said. Prove these people wrong.
Listen,
I just said that's what you said.
and I said we prefaced this conversation before. So just like you prefaced that and you felt comfortable talking about it,
I'm just
I think you had some bad experiences with risky text, bro.
no.
Chris said no.
Said no.
No.
I haven't. Go ahead, Jay. What's the difference? What's the difference?
All
type?
right, so you got like the you up, right?
That's a risky text?
Yeah.
See,
because
you are.
That's not.
Alasia is
No.
risky.
I'm saying shooting a risky.
If I'm drunk,
You
or
up?
not even drunk,
Are
if
you
I'm
up text?
and I'm bored, and you up, I'm gonna text you.
That's the privilege of a woman right there.
Exactly. The
What?
power of the.
I know he gonna answer.
But listen. Are you up?
If he's up, he's an answer.
Definitely.
Listen, are you up is definitely a risky text. It's like shooting your shot, basically, right? No.
Are you
But
up?
why text you up and not your?
Depends on the relationship.
This nigga. This nigga been in a relationship too, motherfucker.
Yo, Chris is
He
crazy,
said, why
bro.
not text your...
I was hoping like, why not text like, are you awake or not? Like, you know what I mean?
This nigga say you're...
Are you in slumber?
Are you? Not your.
You in that REM cycle? Yo,
But
that's crazy.
You got like you up, and then you got like the, you seen a chick like what Asante just said. You seen a chick that looking good. You swipe up. You looking good tonight. You know what
I think that's risky.
Why you change your tempo like that?
I
Because
shouldn't read that in the voice. She should read like.
I send a
You
voice
look
note. I don't
good
give a
to-
fuck.
Okay.
That's risk. That's taking
Yeah.
the spice level.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
about
send a
how-
But we
voice
all
note.
Opinion added on.
know what type of nigga Jay is. You know,
I'll send
Jay-
a voice note.
Jay
I
gonna
don't
say
give a
what he
fuck.
gonna say, regardless he drunk or
Regardless,
sober.
regardless. No. With a little when I'm lit, you feel me? It's a little bit more, but
¿Por qué?
That liquor.
Hmm?
that
Why?
liquor courage.
why? It's that courage, that liquid courage. Like, you feel me? And that fuck it, whatever happens is
When you drunk, you just feel so free. You just be like,
That's because that shit cut off your ability
I
to
feel
think
like
about
I feel like the
consequences.
riskies are never out of the blue though.
See,
It'll always be you having.
yeah, you'll have it in mind,
this is-
definitely.
and this is
Definitely.
And to the viewers, this is why you come to me for savior. Don't they?
Oh,
They
This
not gonna save you,
motherfucker.
bro. You gotta understand when you drink, it cuts off your ability to think about
But
the
no,
consequences.
but I hope.
We're
but
not
listen,
promoting anyone's
That's
drink.
good.
But
sounds
listen.
like a promotion.
We're
but listen,
talking about.
I hope.
man,
I hope when you're drinking, you're not doing anything that's gonna pertain you getting in trouble. or
Especially
whatever.
driving.
Exactly.
Yeah, that.
yes. Obviously, we don't promote like any drunk driving or anything that could get
If
you
Chris
hurt.
makes us preface this conversation
physically.
one more time, I'm gonna put him through a wall.
It may get you hurt
Like
mentally
Sid
if you
tried.
send a you up text or a risky text and somebody don't answer. It might affect you mentally, but
Yeah.
physically, if it's gonna put you in any kind of situation, then probably don't do it.
Don't do it.
Okay, so, you know,
But
we
shoot that shot.
So let's
If
talk about
shorty-
let's talk about a risky text that you've grown from.
I've grown from.
Yeah.
Listen, You gotta understand something about me.
This nigga.
You gotta understand something about me.
He gonna blow my shit.
You gotta understand about me,
My
bro.
text not risky. I already know what's up. I just gotta do it.
Look at him.
No, I'm not gonna say nothing, bro. All I'm gonna say is, you know, if you wanna know about risky, I ask Mahalet anything I've ever said that was quote unquote risky.
Risque.
But I don't have an answer. I don't have a
That's all right.
response to this one.
Chris trying to save face right now, as we see.
Is that what we call it? How am I saving face?
Cause you capping right now. It's like
Kevin.
It's cool. We don't gotta get
It's cool. You don't have to tap into
No,
it.
yep, I'm capping.
It's
So
a-
what?
But
It's
listen. We gotta
You're not gonna know the truth.
listen, bro. Listen, sending that risky text, bro.
Yeah.
That listen,
Man, listen.
it's a good and a bad.
Lay, from a woman's perspective, what does that look like?
Like, have you ever gotten a risky text that you enjoyed from someone that you didn't already have an interest, like, or already agreed there was a mutual interest, like a random stranger?
I think I
like,
enjoy all risky texts. I think it's
see,
like,
they be playing people's minds. That's
yeah,
for
yeah. I'm
See?
definitely one of those girls. Yeah,
See,
She
Like,
a Libra.
yeah.
that has nothing to do
absolutely.
with it. Oh
I'm
my
telling
God,
you. But, like-
Jay, I can't believe you just said that.
I'm
bro.
telling you, all Libras
No,
do that shit.
Oh
I
my
really
God.
be
Get
entertaining
your
bullshit.
mans.
I'm one of those people.
She like to flirt.
I like
I
to
can't
flirt.
believe Jay just said she a Libra.
Yeah, I don't know where you going with that.
I'm a flirt.
I love
I'm
to
a
flirt.
Libra.
So if you hit me with a risky text, I'm gonna be risky back. Am I ever gonna see you? Nah, I'm gonna cap on that. I probably won't ever see you, ever.
Oh my God.
But I'm gonna
Fellas.
entertain that little risky text because it's funny. Like sometimes you have to like indulge in like the
Nah.
the
Sometimes
This is
stupid
what-
stuff.
see,
sometimes you get a risky text and it's just like, yeah, you
Fellas, save yourself.
could have kept
Focus,
that courage in the
fellas,
bottle.
focus on yourself.
Nobody told you to send me that shit.
Focus on
That
yourself.
was on you.
Yo, and don't send no crazy ass risky text either, y'all.
Like you gotta like what old boy said?
What?
Oh, no. We know what he said.
No.
You talking about Jay's friend?
We gonna find yeah.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
no.
Why we
No,
can't
no,
quote
no,
what he
no.
said?
Because I'll put you out there too with what you said.
What I say?
You know what I mean?
You can say what I said
It
because
got
whatever I put out there,
crazy.
whatever I put out there is what I put out
It
there,
got crazy.
and that's what I
So
can
he-
do.
So he
I know
came.
it's
So
funny.
he came off what you said.
So what's the next
you
one?
feel
What's the
me?
next one? We got a list of them, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
What's the
The
next
Jay
one?
was supposed to be finding hypothetical.
Oh,
I got a hypothetical.
what's
You
that?
got a
hypothetical?
hypothetical?
Yeah.
I love how y'all just cut me off, but it's cool.
Oh. This is
Nah,
weird.
that like
It's cool.
it was about
That
to-
was a risky text, but that's what we were talking about, right?
that was a hard left.
Right?
Yeah, but I don't want
But we
to keep
weren't-
arguing.
She was
We
on
weren't-
topic, but it was.
I was on
but
topic,
you
and
took
I
it too
didn't.
far.
I didn't say it was his friend. Y'all said it was
No,
his friend.
not y'all. Chris said
Chris
that.
said it was
I
his
know-
friend.
I know-
I was just trying to
I
say
know-
what
I
he
know
said
exactly where he was going.
because he said a risky text, right?
Wow. It's,
Did he not say a risky text?
Hey,
Who switched it around?
I'm just saying.
It
You
wasn't
said
a
Jay's
risky
friend.
text,
What's that
right?
hypothetical? What's that hypothetical?
Whatever.
If you could live anywhere in the world
Mm-hmm.
without your career, like it affecting your career,
Yeah.
or family, just not taking that into account, where would it be?
Probably.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie for real. I'm going. This my 3. This is my 3 right here.
You got 3? That's
I
what
got-
you said?
You pick three.
I'm putting 3. I'm picking 3.
I thought we missed something.
Nah, I'm picking 3.
He's a risk taker.
Oh,
He breaks
Definitely.
the rules. He
Risque.
makes it
Definitely.
up.
Okay.
Brazil.
Diablo.
Where you going to Brazil for?
Let him finish.
Yo, relax.
The woman.
Hell yeah. Brazil.
A lot of other things you'll find out there that you ain't looking for.
DR.
That's a negative stereotype.
Definitely Dominican Republic.
You don't even know
And-
what I'm saying.
And Africa. Anywhere in Africa.
Anywhere.
Bro, you
Doesn't
can't
matter.
do that, bro. Pick
You-
one place, dog. That was a lot. You just say like
You
50
can't say a
places.
whole continent.
Like, come on.
Jesus.
Anywhere in Africa, though.
Bro,
Anywhere in
Chris
Africa.
is-
Do you know where Africa
Jay said
is?
the Northern Hemisphere.
You gonna put Jay in like fucking Morocco.
Alright, put
that
me
nigga
in.
is gonna fold.
Put me in.
Why is she violent?
Seriously.
I'm a fold in Morocco.
In a country like Morocco, you're gonna fold.
How?
Because that's a
Yo.
predominantly Islamic country. They have different cultures. Like you can't just say any country in fucking Africa,
She said
there's so many different cultures that you're not used to.
She said you can't adapt, bro. That's what
You could go to like a westernized country in Africa. I think you would do well.
Holy shit. She said
Like
go to
something like
Never thought
Nigeria,
this would be our
Ghana,
last episode.
like Patterson.
Patterson.
That's what I think she's telling Jay. Like,
Who?
No, I said if he goes to like a westernized part of Africa, he would probably.
I'm good
be
everywhere I
successful
go.
'cause they're more like west.
I'm just saying.
I would go to Peru to answer your question directly. Peru, and I'll
Why?
tell you why. One, right now I'd be able to get my Spanish would come back on punto. Then I'd live on a farm. I'd get fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, all day, organic, all night for the low. And then it has like I think has a 7 wonder of the world, and it also has very beautiful places. So I would take my time and explore. And they also have native tribes there, like Native Americans, original. So I would get to meet them. I would learn a lot. So
I think they might have two. I think they have
they have two.
the Aztec heads. I think they have
They have pyramids too. I think.
the ladder pyramids, the step pyramids.
I'd see two.
Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu.
I'd see two.
Me. All right, so I got 10. Since we just doing it whatever the fuck we want now. No, I'm joking.
I always do whatever.
If I had to pick somewhere, anywhere, you said any country or you said any place?
Anywhere. Yeah. Anywhere.
I'd probably vibe out in Hawaii, bro. Okay.
Seem
Typical.
like a Hawaii nigga.
I'd probably vibe out in Hawaii, cause I'm still in the States,
Mm-hmm.
but I get an island feel,
Mm-hmm.
and I met 2 people that have lived there,
Mm-hmm.
and both of them told me like that's the most peaceful. And one of the girls actually my brother's girl's cousin. She
Mhm.
told me like it's one of the most peaceful places she's been.
Has she ever been in Peru?
She's traveled a lot. She's been in like over 17 countries or something like that.
Has she been to Peru?
Yes.
I gotta ask her.
And
She studied abroad.
I got
it's a lot of women.
She's lived in
Hawaii.
Spain, like Colombia. So she said like, so
It's a lot of women.
She told like what she told me, and then this kid that I went to school with, I went to JUCO with him. This kid Noah, he lived in Hawaii his whole life, and then he moved to I think it was like Wyoming for his senior year. And he said that shit was a big ass culture shock. I'm like, bro,
Absolutely.
You went from Hawaii to
Wyoming?
Yeah, that shit was crazy. I'm like,
I
bro,
would
that's
shoot
that's
myself.
tough.
to the most randomest states.
But yeah, I'll probably do Hawaii because I get, living in the States, but I still get the island feel, and I won't feel like that out of touch with the culture. So I'd say that.
I think I would do Ireland or like Belfast,
Didn't you go to Ireland already?
London. Where
You going right back?
I would go right back.
Cool.
I would go right back any day of the week. It's so green.
Was there something?
I'm
It's so
Irish.
fresh.
Do black people live
I'm
in
Irish and I would even pick Ireland.
No, low key, actually, it's kind of racist. I'm not gonna lie, but it's like
That's why I wouldn't go.
it's so like rich in like land and like the people that aren't. Well, like I didn't experience any
I know this
racism
is-
there. I just know there's racism there because
This
of like.
This is gonna sound crazy.
Good.
Did you see a lot of 4-leaf clovers in Ireland?
No.
and you was born talking about stereotypes.
Right.
Anyway,
I was curious.
like there's people in my family who like, cause I have an Irish last name.
Yeah.
I'm Jamaican, very small percentage Irish. There's people in my family that have went to trace their lineage and had to have come into contact with people who were like our family that stayed in Ireland, and that shit stopped because of that
racism.
disconnect. Yeah.
Yeah. Most of it could.
I'm
So
related to who? Yeah, right.
I met. So the reason of why I love Ireland so much is I met my one of my Ireland girlfriends in Cali when I went to go work. Did I ever tell you guys this?
Mm-hmm.
I met my best friend in Cali. We went to work together. Blah blah blah. She came. I went to over there to Belfast, and she came over here that summer. And when I went over there, it was just like, it was so different. Like even though they say that they experience racism, I didn't experience any racism. Like we had there was like old guys with like fucking top hats walking out of like little pubs on the corner, coming out and like, hey, how are you guys? How was your day? Like it was so.
They speak English?
Cute. Yeah, they speak English. They have a accent. They have a more northerner accent in Belfast because it's like northern. It's technically still Great Britain.
Does everyone speak English there?
In Belfast, yeah, because it's Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland and like Ireland are.
What does their Irish
different.
sound like?
What does their Irish sound like?
Like
it sounds like.
What does Irish sound like?
It sounds like.
There's
how
different.
we would
There's
think
different
it
types
would
of
sound like.
Irish.
Well, when
Is
I
it?
went to Ireland, it was like very Irish, like.
What are they? I don't think I ever
like
heard
how
the
you
language.
think they sound.
What's it close to?
There's Gaelic. There's
Is it
like
close to, like, German?
There's Baltic. No.
No.
What's it sound like? Like if you have to compare it to language.
Sounds like
Scottish.
you ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what Scottish sounds like.
You ever heard like a leprechaun? I know that sounds like bad.
Is it
but,
like English, like a dialect of English?
No.
No.
It's almost like Canadians, right?
No.
I mean,
No,
They
because
speak
Canadians
Canadians
are like
speak French.
French.
Oh.
Yeah, half the country speaks English, half the country speaks
But-
French.
No. The first language
But
you
they're
learn
predominantly
in Canada
French,
is
yeah.
Nah, I think it depends on what side of Canada you're from, bro.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
Scottish on the, I think on the west. I don't know.
It sounded like you was about to bullshit me. You said I'm thinking that demographic. Dude.
Yeah.
Carry
But
the
I
two.
definitely love it. I think Chris would like it a lot too. It was so green. They had greenhouses everywhere.
I need
Like they have these beautiful museums, and like they're museums you could just like walk in and out of them and stuff like that. And when you go in these museums, they have like random pieces of like random fashion pieces. They'll be like crazy like Alexander McQueen pieces or like random like Dior pieces like in the middle of fucking Belfast. And you'll be like, what is this? This is like amazing. Like
Some of the most like beautiful societies are places that can trace their lineages
Word.
to like the beginning of their time.
Mm-hmm.
So like when you go to like places like that, places like Spain, where like there's still building
Culture,
standing.
yeah.
There's still culture there. There's still things that are there. That's like in Ireland, there's a lot of cobblestone and stuff like that. Like, you know, like the streets and all that stuff. They just refurbish the
beautiful.
stuff that's already there. Us,
They have
a lot of potholes we have is because we paved over streets that are already like that instead of trying to improve it. Some cultures don't believe in just getting rid of whatever they're doing. They just improve what's messed up, you know?
yeah.
I think, that's why traveling the world is
If you
very
go-
important.
Yeah.
If you go to parts of Philly, they still got old brick roads. It is the worst, bro. Try to drive in Philly, bro.
Did I tell you guys that I started school?
See?
Yeah. So I started school. And
She's an owl, y'all.
I know. So
What kind of sound does an owl make?
Who?
But yeah, I love Philly. I really do. I came to that conclusion.
You a Philly John?
Yeah, I'm a Philly John. I'm about to be real out there, like.
You nut ass nigga.
Nut ass bull.
That's
Yo,
really how they talk to
They
me.
about to come back with mad slang.
Yeah, I get that.
Fuck is up,
They-
dummy?
Nah, that's
That's Baltimore. That's Baltimore.
Yeah, but it's really like it's really a good time, and I really like Philly because like even though it's like low key the hood, high key the hood, it has like some parts of it where it's like so like their agriculture is like
Very-
fucking crazy.
Very historical city.
Oh my goodness,
It's
it's
still
so
pretty-
beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
It is so beautiful, and people always try to downsize it. Like, Philly is so hood. Yeah, duh. Like we got hoods
That was
everywhere.
our 6th grade trip. Remember? Seen a Liberty Bell?
Yeah.
But it's
all that good
just
stuff.
fucking
It's
gorgeous.
funny, like,
I
how-
love that.
Modern architecture is so ugly
Yeah.
compared to old-fashioned architecture. Like, how'd you... They left, like, the designs of buildings and how they look, like, structurally, they've gotten way worse than how they used to look back then. Like, I don't even know how they did it with less technology, too, made things way more beautiful.
I feel like they had so much more love into them.
Because before, it wasn't about how high you could build. It was about how wide and, like, thick it was, pause. And now it's about how high you could go up.
And it was always about like the details. Like you notice a lot in a lot of these like old buildings and stuff. They're like these triangles and these really articulate windows and shit like that. Like it's like these really like weird patterns and stuff. It's like crazy. I feel like people are just fucking lazy.
Yeah,
They don't know what to do that
if you
shit
look at the
anymore.
older buildings, the cut on the building. Remember the show Gargoyles? Like there was literally on the points of the building there were sculptures on each part.
It's crazy.
The one to scare away, they thought it would scare away like evil spirits and like birds and stuff like that. But two, it was just like, and even when you see things, everything that's like Victorian, all that like older like culture stuff. But that's 17th century. You could see, like in the mirror, if they say it's a 17th century wear, it's not just like an IKEA's wood. It's oval. There's designs in it. There's curves and all that stuff.
What are they gonna say about the 21st century?
Yeah.
What are we in the 20th or 21st? 21st. 21st. They're like, look, they were so like, what were they gonna call us? Like, what are we distinctly?
Modern.
But then by the time 2020 won't be modern no more.
No, there's the classification of things from the century. It wouldn't be modern in the sense of being modern, but it's modern because in the Renaissance, it wasn't called the Renaissance. You feel me?
It's called modern, right?
Yeah, it was modern back then, but this is called modern contemporary. Like
Ours?
that's the basis of things now. Because if you look at things, when you look at a newer house, the kitchens are sleek. The backsplash, they want it to be like gray or black, and they want things to be stainless steels. It's modern.
It's real chic.
So it's real chic. You look at the house in LA, it's glass.
So when
the steps instead of being
very
spiral.
square.
So my question is so say we're in 2000 or 2500 year 2500.
Mm-hmm.
What will this time period be named after?
It would still be called the modern era.
They're gonna still call it the modern era?
Yeah.
Anyway, this was the modern era. You think that's what they'll say?
Yeah.
I think so.
Or
would we be the Renaissance and then they would be the modern era?
The reason why it doesn't change is because that is so like all right.
Because by the time 20
because after let's say in 100 years,
yeah,
the furniture and stuff starts looking different. They could say this starts the postmodern generation. So modern changed the look from Victorian and all that other stuff. This stuff in the 70s and the 80s, wood and pine and all that stuff, and went from modern. And then this is postmodern stuff. It's the first generation of postmodern, and after that it might be chrome modern. Everything might be chrome now. You feel me? So, but they add on to whatever it is. We would still be the modern era because of the type of that's why the MoMA, Museum of Modern Arts. Modern arts is always going to be modern arts. It doesn't mean it's right now, but conceptually, it's always modern because of the think period. Those think periods don't change. It wasn't called the Renaissance because they didn't realize that they were changing the world. They were just a burst of artists. And in that era, once they realized it was a Renaissance, they named it that, and it will always be the Renaissance. Even if there is another Renaissance, that will always be the Renaissance. They don't like take it away from something else and add on to something else, you know? But, y'all ready to rap?
Listo.
This has been another episode of the Demigod. This has been another episode of the Demigod Chronicles.
Drunks?
We appreciate you for listening in, whether you made it or whether you stopped listening after 15 minutes, 15 seconds, whether you made it to this point. We appreciate you for even giving us a chance. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, notifications, all that good stuff.
Leave a comment.
For the audio version, leave a review. Available everywhere, people. On all major platforms. Follow everybody on their respective social medias at cb.lopez, at Mr. Jay Wheeler, and at Alasia Ashley when she's available, because she's exclusive like a sneaker drop, and she is available this week. At Jay Sway and at YoungBlue24_. Follow myself at __ Demigod _ and at MSTRD _ spelled with a V. That is Master Studios. Come get your merch. Come get all the good stuff. Yeah, she hating, right? Lay over there hating. Close us out, Lay.
In Spanish.
In Spanish?
Yeah.
Gracias para escuchar esta semana. Que pasa un bien semana. Y gracias.
Get your culture up. Get all that up. Bow. We out of here.
This nigga said get your culture up.